Happy friggin' Saturday, everybody, from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. It's Saturday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you know what time it is. It's time for the first live stream in a week.
This is Sparta!
Spartan, kick the like button one time for me, please. Please do it just once, just one time. Guys, some of you might be noticing something a little different tonight. You might be wondering, did you get a haircut? Did you lower your ears? No, I am, of course, wearing the Pit Vipers that were heavily requested for some very odd reason. Everyone wanted me to wear the Pit Vipers on the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I couldn't find them. I looked high and low. I checked my car. I looked in my office. I looked in my room. I dug up old laundry from the abyss. Could not find them. Where were they? They were in the wife's car. I left them there and forgot. But I promised you guys I would wear them the moment I found them. Little side story. The very first video, if you were to sort my library of content from oldest to newest, it goes back almost 3 years. It's crazy how time flies. And the very first video that I did, I had headphones on, I had sunglasses on, I was nervous. I was afraid of having my face out there. I've done radio in the past. I did radio for a number of years, so I'm used to having my voice out there. But as the story goes, it was what I had to do to be comfortable with myself being on camera. It's easy to be a keyboard warrior in the comment section. Turns out, when you put your face on camera and the possibility that, thousands of people could watch, you get a little self-conscious. And so I had the headphones on. I had the Pit Vipers on. I love these glasses, by the way. These are phenomenal glasses. And I looked back at my first video after I posted it, and I was like, you know what? You either go in 100%, you own it, or not at all. And so that's why, if you look through my catalog of videos, I have not worn these glasses on video since. But after I told that story in the past, people are like, bring back the Pit Vipers. You win. They're back by popular request. I don't know if I'll wear these the whole live stream. It's weird looking at my computer through sunglasses. I mean, they're more like a single visor, really. But for you guys, the Pit Vipers are on full display. Thank you so much for everyone joining in. I hope everyone had an absolutely phenomenal Christmas. I know mine was pretty good. Took some time off around work. Came out with a couple recent videos. And we're back, baby. And it feels good to be back. So give it up one time for you. I hope everyone had an absolutely phenomenal holiday, but let's go ahead and end the monologue and get into some of these shout outs. Hey, Marco number 1. What's up, Marco? Mad Yako in the house. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Mark Parks, thanks for being a channel member. We have Kodiak Edge Bladesmithing. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Mick Ranger, thanks for being a channel member as well. Revolving Blades in the house. Top Dog. What's up, Top Dog? Channel mod, channel member, thank you for putting out a link to the latest video. We'll actually talk about that because that's not the latest video. It's just the most recent that you can see on my channel. And I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But let's get back to these shout outs. Hey, Wicked Dream Designs in the house. Legendary Knife Modder. I might have to send something to you, man, for some mod work, because I absolutely love the work that he does. Check him out on Instagram. Check out his new knife, the Nefarious. My best I didn't do an award for this on the channel, but I wish that I did. Best knife model name all year, hands down. The Nefarious is killer. It's brutal. I love it. Love it. What's up, Wicked Dream Designs? Merry Christmas, man. Good to see you. Mike and Ike's EDC, thanks for being a channel member. Adventure 50 in the house. Good to see you. Bluetooth Blades, another channel. What's up, Blue? Thank you for being a channel member as well. All right, guys. I'm moving and grooving as fast as I can, which is not very fast. It's not. My the chat that I pull up these comments from and pop it on the screen, it likes to freeze and then it jumps and then I have to scroll up. So if you're wondering why does it take so long for Rolls to get to the bottom of the chat list and catch up, that's why. All right, I'm gonna get back to my spot. All right, Knife Fleet, welcome in, dude. Good to see you. Thank you for being a channel member. C Kobe in the house, another channel member. Fred the Lug, what's up, man? Good to see you. All right, we got Jim Miller. What's up, Jim? Happy Saturday, man. Happy holidays. All right, PNW Funworks, welcome in. All right, hold on. We're scrolling. Cicero, welcome in. David V, another channel member. Happy holidays to you, sir. Ian Coates in the house. He says, Roll finally going to give us the deets on the knife sale. Maybe. It's going to happen in January, not December. I'm sorry, guys. I was sick, okay? I was sick for a week. When you have little ones, it doesn't matter how good your immune system is, they will find a way. If the military were to weaponize toddlers, let me tell you something about bio warfare. They could infect whole villages. You know what? We're not going to go there. Actually, we're gonna drop that right there. Weaponizing toddlers. No one needs to do that. No one needs to do that. What's up, Stephen M? Welcome in. Good to see you. The Pons, thanks for being a channel member. He says, it's halfway between Christmas and New Year's. My belly's full of holiday food. My pants are tighter, but the seasonal pancake batter beverage is gone, and the cookies are almost there too. I still have some eggnog. I do. Absolutely. And somebody in the members only Discord the other day said that, eggnog is essentially drinkable pancake batter, but you know what? If pancakes had whiskey in them, I'd probably drink those too. Maybe that needs to be a thing. Eggnog pancakes. It could be really good. There's got to be a recipe out there. I'm sure someone will let me know. All right. All right, guys. The chat is jumping so fast. I'm going to try to whip through these. Hold on. We're almost there, I think. Addicted to Blades, welcome in. Roman M. It's like, wow, how far back is Rollshambo? Sharp Guy ATX. I'm just going to call people out as I see them. Ron Dobbins, welcome in. Craig Vincent in the house. Good to see you. Josh 304. What's up? He says it's Miller time. Hey, shout out to Stephen Fletcher, who just became a channel member. I'm not sure, isn't it? Welcome back, Stephen. I could have sworn you were a channel member before. Either way, welcome in. We got a new Spartan in the house. All right. Hold on. Mind of Milton says, Roll looking fierce in those shades, and I'm here for it. Dude, I'm wearing these for you guys. Will I wear them the entire live? I don't know. I'll wear them as long as I can. There's something weird about looking at the computer screen with sunglasses on. Hey, thanks, Mick. He says, good to see you. And you look great. I try, man. I'm feeling a lot better than I was about a week ago. They say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Well, I planned on knocking out episode after episode after episode last week, and then I got sick and it did not happen. That's just life. Maybe the universe was telling me to, take a break or something. I don't know. Sterling Stutes, good to see you. Welcome in. Ian says, take off the dang sunglasses. I thought you were one of those people that was requesting it. I'm wearing these by request. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, man. Bluetooth Blade says, put them on the bill of your hat. I don't know if I can rock this look. I don't know. You know what? It's if somebody wants to use an anniversary, like a monthly membership anniversary message to request these, I'll put these back on request. But yeah, guys, these are the glasses. I wore them upon request because multiple people told me they wanted me to. But I can see clearly now. The shades are gone. All right. Night Rare, good to see you, man. Welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. And shout out to hold on. Shout out to Aiden Miguel for the $10 super. He says you should do some voice acting, my dude. I don't know. I don't think I'm that skilled. I don't do voices. This is my voice with a good microphone, a good sound setup. I have some experience projecting my voice into a microphone because I did radio for a number of years. I started in high school. It was a hobby. I didn't get paid for it in high school. Apparently, they don't pay high school kids to do anything. And then it was one of my side jobs in college. Did it pay the bills? Not really. But it was enjoyable. I had a good time. It was fun playing with expensive equipment, but thank you, man, for the $10 super. We appreciate you. Blade Shooter G, good to see. He says, I'm a no on the shades. There it is, guys. There it is. If a channel member wants to use one of their monthly membership anniversary messages to bring the shades back, I'll bring them back because I know the chat is divided and that's okay. What's up, Lone Star Towboy? Good to see you. He says the carry of the day is the Civivi Elementum fixed blade and the CRKT Minimalist drop point. Very nice. Couple solid knives right there. Ed B says needs the headphones to complete the lead. No, we're not bringing back first episode insecurity. We won't do that. We're way past that now. What are we, 700 episodes in? Hold on. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to get to the bottom, but you guys are hard to keep up with. Ian says, check out Paul Might for mod work too. I might have to. Ace Paylone, good to see you, man. Welcome in. All right. Sever7 in the house. What's up, Sever? Good to see you. Let's go. Ron Crow, what's up, man? All right, I'm scrolling. Sean McLaughlin, what's up? He says, hello to all those that love the sharp and shiny. Nice glasses. Thank you. I love these sunglasses. These are great to drive in. I'll tell you what I love about these Pit Vipers the most. I know they're obnoxious. I know that. I'm very well aware. You have to have a certain level of confidence to wear these in public. However, these are great for driving. I don't know about you, but every time I drive for like an hour or more, if I need to wear sunglasses, it bothers me being able to see underneath or around the side of the sunglass. So with these, which is basically a secondary windshield, there is none of that. You get full coverage. Like there's no, I don't get any nausea from wearing them. So aside from them looking, like they were born in the 80s, I know they're obnoxious. I love them. Absolutely. Ian Coates says, who's got a tri-stash? It's not mine. It's just in my care. You guys peer pressured me into this. You did. I had my knife already picked out for the day. I was carrying this guy. Woke up, popped it in my pocket. Love this knife. Quiet Carry 9 with the C-Swirl carbon fiber. Van Axe Super Clean. Hell of a knife. One of my favorite knives I've ever handled. Period. And then I go in the Discord and I'm catching up and everybody has a tri-stash. Everybody. Absolutely everybody. This one's on loan from Tri-State. From the mustached man himself. And shout out to everybody who got in on the pre-orders for these because they are shipping and they're reaching the pockets as we speak. So naturally I picked it up and I was, before I knew it, 30 minutes had gone by and I was still playing around with this. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put it in my pocket. It's not mine. It's not mine. Cole sent this to me on loan so that I could do a video on it. And I'm still waiting for him to tell me where to ship it next. So until then, I'm the custodian and I will carry it. But it's not mine. I am, for that reason, I'm very, very jealous of those of you. I've got some pocket envy for everyone who did get in on the pre-order. All right. Hey, shout out to Paul Mills. Shout out to Paul Mills. Channel member for 6 months.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Paul Mills, thank you so much for riding with the channel for 6 months. And I know it's been longer than that. I know you've been watching the channel for a while, man. We definitely appreciate you. Top Dog says, hello, Rollshambo, but is that your real voice? I don't use a voice changer. I don't use a voice changer. I'll tell you what I do. Oh shoot! Right as my that white box that you're seeing right there. Yeah, that white box is a reflection of my chat dying. I gotta bring it back up. Hold on, guys. I don't think the live stream died. I think it was just the chat. We'll bring it back. Hold on. Is that my real voice? Yes, it is my real voice. I do clean it up with a good audio equipment, but I don't use a voice changer. And I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea where we were, so we're just gonna pick it up from wherever. If I missed your message, I'm sorry. Average Joe in Oz, good to see you. He says, local laws have forced me to return to slip joints. Just got the Lion Steel Dom Barlow and actually love it. You know, that's actually one that I've looked at. I'm not a huge slip joint guy, but for example, I do like carrying one. The one that's in my pocket today, this is a Dudeco leather slip from my buddy Duty's Daggers. Shout out to Duty's Daggers. And inside that slip is my TPK special edition QSB Hedgehog in the Miami Vice camo carbon fiber M390. And for those of you in the members only Discord, you know this was my carry during Christmas. You know, Christmas is like the Super Bowl for knife guys. Everyone's like, oh, who's got a knife? Raise your hands, because I know it's you. And what better? You know, what's more embarrassing than being the known knife guy and then bringing out a knife that has terrible cutting geometry? Like, I carry it because it's fun. No, you can't do that. On Christmas, you got to come prepared. You got to have a knife that's sharp, that's slicey, that cuts through all the plastic blister packages, cardboard, tape. Yeah. This is one of the sliciest knives I've ever carried. This absolutely obliterates. The QSP TPK Hedgehog absolutely obliterates. Even against utility box cutter knives, the cutting performance is elite. It's elite. This was also in my pocket today. One of my favorite knives that I've got all year long. Absolutely love this guy. But if you got to carry a slip joint due to local laws, do you got one of these? Grab one. And if you need a slip, hit up my buddy Duty's Daggers, aka Dudeco Leather. Nick 6 says, what'd you get for Christmas, Roll? You know, we did something different this year. We did stocking stuffers. And because I'm a chunky monkey at heart, our stocking stuffers this year was food based. So we did a lot of snacks. You know, you could make the argument that all year long I got myself Christmas presents. The fact that I started the year with like 30 knives after a big sale and now there's over 100 should tell you how well my year-long Christmas went. So this year we did simple. We did a family pass around. Not a pass round. Secret Santa. That's what we did. Did I get stuff? Yes, I got stuff for Christmas. Hold on. I got a DMT diamond stone sharpener and another diamond stone sharpener. It's like people in my life know that I'm a big knife guy. And those go really well with my Atoma 140 diamond stone as well. I've been really enjoying getting into freehand knife sharpening. Am I good at it? No, I'm a novice, but there's something very satisfying about putting a laser beam type edge on a cheapo target level kitchen knife and just knowing that it obliterates against everyone else's like $300 German chef's knife that they never sharpened. Give me a sharp knife that's cheap over a supreme knife that's dull all week long. I'm telling you, there's something that's really nice about knowing that you put that edge on that knife. And so, yeah, I got a couple sharpening stones, got a lot of snacks. The dentist will be happy. Anyways, guys, my chat cut out a little bit ago. I got it back up and running, but there's a good chance that I may have missed some stuff. So if I missed your chat, I am really sorry. Shout out to Jay Korskinen, who's been a channel member for 15 months. Oh, Jay's on his campaign to get the Rollshambo.edc channel patches. They're a work in progress. Paul Mills, 6 months. I think we already mentioned that. Paul Mills, thanks again for being a channel member for 6 months. Nick Travellini, and thank you for becoming a channel member. We appreciate it, man. Welcome in. I think you're already part of the members only Discord, but for all you channel members out there who are not, consider joining the members only Discord, which we will be getting into here in a little bit. Ed B says, Rolls like button enjoys being the little spoon. Be sure to cuddle it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. Is the like button the little spoon? I plead the fifth. Knives and Pizza, good to see you, man. He says the Atoma 140 is rank. It hogs off material. It's really good for reprofiling an edge. Really, really good. Like, so if you're trying to change factory edge geometry, and guys, most of the time factory edge geometry just sucks. Especially on pocket knives. Factory edge geometry, sometimes there's belt burns, sometimes it's just a really obtuse angle and you want to make it more slicey. I learned this when I got, it was about I want to say it was 2 years ago. I got a Strider AR 0.75 and the thing had the cutting geometry of an axe, like a splitting maul. Like Mick Strider built a tactical pry bar instead of a knife, and it bothered me. I was like, you know what? You could make this, even though it's an overbuilt knife, you could make this knife more slicey if you just laid that edge angle back a little bit. Talked to Jared Neves about it. He said, hell yeah, man, take it down to 15 degrees. I did not take it down to 15 degrees, but I took it from what was, honestly, it felt like 28 degrees down to 20. Put a fatty bevel on there, which honestly I don't mind at all. Made it super slicey, but it took me 2 hours with diamond stones on a guided sharpener, and the lowest grit that I had was 300. So yeah, the Atoma 140 will hog off material. You got to be careful with it. But I got it after that fiasco, because if you're going to do something drastic like a reprofile and take something from like 28 degrees per side down to say like, even 20, and it's material that's even relatively hard, it will save you a lot of time. Just got to be careful. All right. Nick says, that's it. I quit. You missed my chat. I don't have to take We caught it. We caught it, Nick. We're good. We caught it. Dragoon says, any recommendations for a good strop for a beginner? Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to the screen share. So I like Beavercraft. Their strop compound is garbage. Get a diamond paste, or like a gunny juice diamond spray. Don't use the green acrylics or the green compound that comes with it. So like you can take the stropping compound, the white and the green, and just toss it. Just toss it. Trust me. And what you want to do is you want to get some stropping compound that's based on a diamond solution. So for example, one that I could suggest would be this guy right here. It looks like currently on Amazon it's $17, but it's a Beavercraft leather strop with, yeah, it's very simple. But you want to get the one that has leather on both sides. And I believe this is that one. Okay. Yeah. So it's 17, $18. I've had one, this very same one, for a year and a half now. Works really, really well. So when you get the strop, what kind of compound should you get? I can highly recommend, it's called Gunny Juice, and it's not cheap. It used to be a lot less expensive, but it's based on diamond. So it's a diamond solution. It dries within 5 minutes of application. It lasts forever. It cuts really good. And because it has diamond particles in it, it actually can keep your knife sharp unless you've done some serious, damage to your edge. But do they have it? Where is it? They might be out of stock because they used to sell it here. Let's do this. What about, what's it called? Might have to just go to their website. Sharpening supplies. Yeah, look at this. It's not cheap and you don't get a lot, but we're talking like, yeah, it's a diamond emulsion. That's what it's called. Duh. Yeah, $33, 63 if you want to get one for 30 mils. I don't know. What's the it's Gritomatic. That's anyways, Gritomatic is actually the company that makes it. I've got two, and to give you an idea, like, yes, it's not cheap, but it's high quality. And I have 2 bottles of this stuff that I've had for almost 2 years now. And you don't need a lot. It lasts for a long time. So is it an investment? Sure. Now there is another company that gets highly recommended called Stroppy Stuff. I personally haven't tried out their emulsions, but I am told very good things. Looks like their regular strops are all sold out. What about their compounds? There we go. Yeah, so you could get, for about the same price that you can get 10 milliliters of Gunny Juice, you can get 30 milliliters of the Stroppy Stuff Diamond Compound. And Neves Knives loves this stuff. I've never tried it. So I can't tell you, but I've heard only good things about this as well. So for your diamond emulsion, I would recommend Gunny Juice. I've tried it. Love it. Absolutely love it. For the strop itself, get a Beavercraft. Less than $20. Amazon will ship it to your door next day. Anyways, Dan Stan says, man, my mom's got a Pioneer women large kitchen knife, and I put a 24-degree edge on it all the way to a mirror polish, and it cuts you just looking at it. Oh, it's the worst when someone else uses your sharp kitchen knife and you tell them, hey, it's sharp, and they don't believe you and they end up cutting themselves. I have absolutely no empathy for people when I'm like, hey, this knife is sharp. And they're like, okay, and they cut themselves. That's on you. And they say that dull knives are more dangerous. I actually do still agree with that. Dan Stan said, I meant to say I reprofiled the edge to 14 degrees per side. Okay. I was going to say that's a lot slicier than 24. Jim Miller says, stroppy stuff, lacy lace compound, gunny juice. Yep. All good. All good. Hey, shout out to Daily Gear Guide, aka JD for EDC. He says, what happened to those build comps you were doing? Not going to do anymore? So here's the deal. I tried to go over the top with, you're talking about the EDC mod mayhem. I had a lot of fun. The problem is that for what I was trying to accomplish, I needed more help than I could feasibly get or ask for from the people that were doing it with me. I did it not too terribly long after Blade Show. It wasn't as well organized as I'd like it to be. And it showed me just how much has to go into doing something like that on a public level. Also, people were like, most people enjoyed it. You know, if you go back and watch the live stream, like people actually really enjoyed it. But there was a couple people that were really salty at the end, like really salty, like, oh, I'm never watching Rollshambo again. I didn't like the way this competition was ran. I'm like, look, you can't make everybody happy, but some people were really salty. It was for fun. It was for bringing the community together to do something that we all do anyways. And yet there was like, I want to say there was a handful of people that were just not happy with how it turned out. And that's okay. But I would challenge anybody who was highly critical of how that competition was run to actually do it themselves and then come back and tell me how successful they were. But what bums me out was that it was all about bringing the community together to have fun. And people actually got really salty at the end. Not a large amount of people, but enough where it just kind of killed it for me. Like, you know, if we can't just enjoy this and have fun, it's not like I got anything out of it. Like, I would have modified those knives anyways. So it was a lot of energy to put into something for it to not go exactly how I wanted it to, and also have to put up with people who were just sad pandas at the end of the day. I'm over it. I would love to see somebody else host it. If somebody else would like to host a EDC Mod Mayhem competition, I will definitely join in as a competitor, but I just don't have the time to run one anymore. So that being said, if you're wondering how that went, that's how it went. Dan Stan says, I don't know. I use the green compound on a strop just like the one roll shown, and it works great. I'm going to tell you the gunny juice works fantastic. It's like the difference between, how do I say this? Can you get the job done on a green compound strop? Yes. Aluminum oxide, that's what it's made out of. Aluminum oxide does not cut on harder steels like a diamond stropping compound will, because the diamond stropping compound actually has diamond grit in it. It's very fine. You know, we're talking about microns here, but the green stropping compound is not going to do very, very good work when we're talking about super hard steels. So if, for example, if you got MagnaCut at 64 Rockwell, if you got something in K390, if you got S90V, you could spend a ton of time trying to strop an edge to that razor sharp finish, and you might not get anywhere. But with the diamond stropping compound on, especially on harder super steels, because it actually has diamond, it's got diamond grit in it, you can keep a razor sharp edge alive for a very long time without having to resharpen. That's just been my experience. Gas Station Knives says, good luck finding gunny in 1 or 3. Interesting. Wasn't it at Gritomatic? They've got 0.1. But yeah, they're out in 1 or 3. The ones that I have, I've got one micron gunny juice, and I've also got 0.5. And those work great for me, and I've had them for a long time because you don't need to use a lot, and they last a long time before you have to reapply. Dragoon says, awesome, thank you for the info. Would you suggest practicing on a lesser knife or just go for it with some 154 cm? Oh, just go for it, man. You can watch videos until you're blue in the face. There is no replacement for experience. I am not good at freehand sharpening knives other than regular kitchen knives that I don't really care about. But when it comes to stropping, you develop a flow because you're not going against the grain like you are if you're sharpening. You're moving away from it. So you have to just line up the edge, tilt it until you see the shadow underneath the edge bevel disappear, and then strop away from yourself. Apply a little pressure, it doesn't take a lot. Light, we're talking light pressure. And try not to lift the edge at the end, because if your edge bevel, if your apex on your edge drags against the strop, you'll actually end up rounding over the edge. This is something you get a feel for, and you will feel it, because when you're perfect on that edge bevel, you'll notice that it glides. It'll take off a burr really well, especially with the diamond stropping compound. If you want to watch a good channel for that, Outdoor 55 is an amazing channel to watch for sharpening videos, for stropping videos. I would say stropping specifically, if you're at that point, you shouldn't be stropping to create a sharp edge. You should be stropping to remove a burr or to maintain an already sharp edge. So yeah, Outdoor 55. I highly recommend you watch that channel for some good information there. Bluetooth Blade says, stroppy stuff is what I use. It's color coordinated for different microns. Yeah. Lacy Lace also has some stropping compound that I've been checking out lately. She sent me some. Shout out to Lacy Lace. She sent me like 6 bottles. She also did the color coordination on them. They've been working good. I'll be 100% honest. Gunny Juice does perform better, at least in my opinion. That being said, Lacy doesn't charge $1 million like Gunny Juice, and you can find them from her in a lot of really, really affordable pricing. All right. Hold on. Jay says, anyone else's wife complaining that the tri-stash is too loud. I have to be careful because fidgeting with my knives at home is a surefire way to annoy anybody in the general vicinity. I like the lockup. The lockup sound on here is aggressive. It's very aggressive, very fidgety. It's easy to just spend hours with doing just that. Jim says, I won a selection of Gunny Juice from Jared last year, and I still have plenty. I believe it. You don't need a lot, and you don't need to reload the strop often. Wicked Dream says, send me a knife, Shambo, in a couple weeks to mod. I just got to finish up a few that oh man, we need to connect offline, dude, because there's some mod work that I've got in my head that I think would be perfect to collaborate with you on. We'll connect offline on that for sure. All right, I gotta stay hydrated here. It says just spray Windex on it. PNW Funworks says some people like raisins in their oatmeal cookies and some are right. Boo. I hate raisins. They're awful. Raisins taste like regret and sweat. Gas Station Knife says, I can also vouch for green compound. It works especially with high-end honing rod for kitchen knives, but no fun to clean off. I'm looking to taking my stropping to the next level. Diamond stropping compound is the way to go. I'll stand by that 1,000,000%. All right. Hey, shout out to TC Blades. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member. Bill Doyle says, where's Lacy Lace been? They were asking about her in Bees last night. I have no idea. I haven't seen her in a hot minute. Lone Star says, you have to turn off the sound changing feature of the tri-stash. Otherwise, it's whiny. that's savage. That's savage. Don't do coal like that. Oh, man. Nick6 says, has anybody tried out an Archer? Yes. Yes, I have. I did my video review on it. I liked it. Contour titanium handle scales. Absolutely love the extensive milling work. In case anybody's wondering, I'm pretty sure he's talking about the tactile Archer. And there's a couple different variants of this. It's an American-made knife that is not cheap. These are very expensive, and they're currently available. You can buy one right now for $600. I know that a lot of people are looking at this and grumbling like $600. I'm with you. I wish that this knife was $400. If it was, I'd probably own one already, but it's not. It's $600. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I personally really liked it. Something that I think is neat on the tactile Archer is all of this extensive milling to create this feathered pattern on these contoured handle scales. Contouring on titanium is not something you see commonly with American-made knives because it takes a certain level of machining to make it contoured. Contoured is when the scales aren't just flat slabs, right? So it's not cheap, and typically when we see contouring on American-made knives, they're really, really expensive. Like really expensive. Like Koenig Arius is a contoured titanium American-made knife, and it's really expensive. Is it really expensive for that reason or other reasons? I couldn't tell you, but I do know that it is much more time intensive to do contoured milling. Anyways, love the feathered milling pattern on here. I didn't have any issues with the lock bar whatsoever. Had really good lockup and lockout. Ergos on this one were fine for me. Deployment was smooth. I have a video on it. Did it a couple months ago, like 3-4 months ago. It's on my channel. If you want to watch it, go back and watch it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Is it $600 great? That's a good question. I could see why the price was $600. I could also see why people aren't willing to spend that much. I know that probably doesn't help. The people that own these knives love these knives, and that's what I'm going to say on that one. Anyways. Live Survival said, Lefty said Devo Tallboy V2 is finishing production. The Devo Tallboy is one of my favorite knives this year, and apparently the V2 is going to have a few improvements. I don't know how you can fix something that ain't broke. Apparently they improved it. I refuse to check it out because the one that I have is perfect. I absolutely love my Tallboy. I loved it so much I got a Timascus kit for it. This is mine. Absolutely love it with this is the purple nurple variant with the purple flow camo carbon fiber and the Timascus kit. Love this knife. I have to hide this away in a drawer or I'll carry it every day without remorse. Love the Tallboy. The V2 is supposed to have some improvements. We'll see. I'll take Kev's word on that. Says that's good stainless, so just some alcohol and microfiber should be fine. All right. What's up, Louie? Good to see you. Ron Crow says Lacey is in witness protection. The Lacey stropping emulsion is thin and the particles separate and settle to the bottom of the bottle. Love Gunny Juice. He's always out of stock. Yeah. Yeah. On Lacey's emulsions, you do have to shake it up. Not a big deal. And hers is not the only one that you have to do that on. It's just based on how it's suspended in the liquid. Shake it up. It works. It definitely works. And it's priced reasonably. Do I like it as much as I like Gunny Juice? No. But if you're balling on a budget and you're not trying to spend, $35 for 10 milliliters, then there you go. Hey, shout out to the Ponds for being a channel member for 4 months. He says, just keep buying new knives and sharpening is no issue. Ron Dobbins says, Roll, I have 3 Devo mash knives and I love them. Oh man, Devo's been absolutely killing it. And did you guys notice something? There's going to be a new Devo knife hitting White Mountain Knives. Creator codes are going to be active. It's going to be the mini growler. You can actually go ahead and peep these. Hold on. White Mountain Knives. I've got one coming so that I can review it before the release, but the mini growler, they're gonna have a ton of different options, guys. So check this out. If you like 80s camo carbon, they're gonna have that. If you like the purple flow camo carbon, they're gonna have that. S90V, $180, which I think is very fair. Or if you don't want to spend that much on the mini growler, you can get it for as low as $99. So you can get it with the G10 handle and 154 cm. And for a lot of people, that's going to be perfect. And make sure to take 10% off. You could use my code. You could use Tri-State's code. You could use anybody's code, because there's a bajillion channel content creator codes on White Mountain Knives. What's mine? RSB10. Take 10% off. These will be live January 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So 12 p.m. Eastern is 11 p.m. Central, which is 10 p.m. Wow, not p.m. I should be saying a.m. If it's 12 p.m. Eastern, it's 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, or 9 a.m. Pacific. There we go. Duh. I'm just gonna, maybe I should just put the sunglasses back on. I don't know. But my point is that they're going to have different variants for different price ranges. The one that I've got coming in is, hold on, where is it? This one. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'll have content up on this whenever it arrives next week. I'll make sure that it's up. My review will be up before the release. I'm excited. The mini growler should be a good time. Yeah. TC Blade says, I got my mini growler yesterday. Review is live now. There you go. If you want to see a review that's already up, go check out TC Blades. Yes, do it.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, Station Knife says, Tall Boy really wet a lot of panties. Might have to see what the fuss is about. Dude, it's amazing. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually going to get one of my top knives of the year videos out this year, but in case there was ever any question, this is one of the top 5 knives under $200. So in the realm of 100 to 200, we start to get into what I call premium knives. This knife is definitely there. They were brand new at like $200 with a creator discount. You can get it for $180. $180 gets you Kubi heat treated S90V at 60 to 62 Rockwell, camo carbon fiber, titanium, T8 hardware all the way around, hollow ground blade, really good action. The way that they did this inset liner lock is bananas, and I love it. For under $200, this is extremely hard to beat. And oh, by the way, the pocket clip is reversible for lefties, but also you could switch it out to a wire clip. Highly underrated, highly underrated. So freaking good. The Tall Boy, are you kidding me? For the $180 you could get them for, ridiculous. Ron Dobbin says, roll those sunglasses, make you look sexy. Leave them on. Hey, you know what? If a channel member wants to shout it out using one of their monthly anniversary messages, like for example, if they do one of these guys and they request them, I'll put them back on. Mig Ranger says, the Tall Boy broke my heart. You weren't the only one. They were gone. I want to say they sold out in 25 minutes. TC Blade says, what grit do you use for gunny juice? So I've got 1 micron and 0.5 micron. That's what I use. get excellent results. I like to start with the 1 and then I finish on the 0.5. And usually what I do when I sharpen a knife, on my nicer pocket knives that I don't want to screw up, I'll use a guided sharpening stone because I'm not that great freehand yet. I'm working on it. It's a skill. I'll use my guided sharpening system and I'll do like 300 grit, 600 grit, and then I'll strop a couple times on the 1 micron side of the strop, and then I'll move over to the 0.5 micron side. And I get really good results doing that. But the key is always the same, getting the perfect apex while you're sharpening. Because it doesn't matter how good you are at stropping if you don't sharpen the edge bevel good enough. And this is not directed at TC blades. I'm just talking to anybody out there who's trying to get into stropping their knives. Start first with a good apex when you sharpen your knife, and that makes a world of difference. Then when you go to strop using something like a diamond emulsion, you can keep that perfect edge alive for a very long time, but it all starts with getting the perfect apex first. Fred the Lug says the 25 minutes that Tall Boy took is a lot of time. The Lamias sell out 100 knives in 1 minute. Yeah. But you know what? Like, Devo Knives, Lefty and Collins knife company, Devo Knives is not... they're not like these mid-tech level knives. Like, these are made by Kubi. I guarantee, like, there's very few Kubi knives that sell out as fast as Devo Knives. 25 minutes is a long time for people who hunt knife drops, but for the average Joe, it's still very impressive. Phenomenal. My favorite Devo knife that I've handled so far to date. Sean says, I love all my Devos, but wish they were a tad sharper from the factory. That's why you gotta be shameless. Put your own edge on there. Nick says, I was on the drop and I missed out. Let's put it that way. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Ron says, Roll, you should practice on cheap knives before you go to your expensive knives to sharpen. Oh, yeah. For freehand, I don't freehand any, like, for example, I'm not freehanding my Umnums on. I've got a guided sharpening system that works well for all the knives that are you know, not cheap kitchen knives. I'm practicing my freehand sharpening with my kitchen knives because I use them all the time. They're cheap metal, so you know they need to be maintained more frequently than my nice stuff anyways. You know, I need to put a new edge on my kitchen knives far more frequently than I would ever have to do something like, you know, the Concept Cybin. Which, by the way, guys, fantastic knife. I've had some people say that it reminds them of the new breed Clydesdale. Not at all. Concept Cybin. Check out my video on it. It's good. It's really good. Concept's been doing a good job this year. I feel like they're highly underrated. Welcome into Constantine Marine. Thank you for being a channel member. Good to see you. Mick says it was much faster in 25 minutes on the 80s camo. Oh yeah, no, I was talking about the entire lineup. I think there was 4 or 5 versions that dropped: titanium, black pearl, purple nurple, 80s camo. There was the dark mode, the blade bench dark mode. Maybe there was only 4. All locations that had them, plus Devo's website, all sold out in 25 minutes. That's crazy. Every variant, not any leftovers. Craig says, before I learned how to strop properly, I ruined a ton of sharp edges. My friends started to call Sharky because I was an apex predator. Nicely played. Big Jim, thank you for being a channel member for 1 month. Definitely appreciate it, man. Congratulations. Shout out to B Devious. He says, what digital angle finder are you using for your assisted sharpener? I'm not. I'm just using the, I have the Work Sharp Precision Adjust with some modifications to it. It's not nearby. I thought it was. I use a 6-inch stone holder from Gritomatic and some of their stones. And the Work Sharp Precision Adjust, just, you do the thing and it tells you what the angle is. I know it's not super accurate, but it's consistent. Fred says concept has been killing it. Link, Havorn, Ekis, the Odd 21, Tarkin, Baba Yaga, Cybin, all in the last few months. Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I think that they would be far more successful if they took their lineup and they actually released them slower. So it seems like every month or every other month we get a new model from them. I think that if they cut their model lineup in half and release them in a slower time, they might be more successful. But what's happening is they've got really great models coming out that are overshadowing each other. Just my thoughts. The Tarkin, Matt Christensen design, love it. The Cybin, edgy Bladeworks design, love it. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, guys. So I haven't got to it yet, but we're about to get into the members only Discord. Let's see what's in people's pockets today. I mean, do we even have to do this? We know it was the Tri-Stash. All right. All righty. I'm not sure if this is a full pocket check or not. This might just be a shot of the collection. That's okay too. We like these. Fib it a bit with an American made shot of the collection. We've got, starting from the top, that is the Koenig Arius. I believe that's the full size. 2 Koenig Ariuses. Microtech SOCOM Elite. I'll just start on this side. 2 Koenig Ariuses. Is that the benchmade Freak? I believe so. Chris Reeve, Sabenza, Strider SNG. Very nice. 3 Strider SNGs. Very cool. I think this third one right here might be the small version. I forget what they call that. Spartan Harsey folder. I might have to zoom in on this. Hold on. What is that? That's not a Grimsmo Rask, is it? I don't think so. McNeese, PM Mac 2. Hold on. I'm not sure on that one. Is that an Emerson CQC, Spyderco Manix 2, SOCOM Elite, 8020, 2 8020s. Medford 187. Let's see, a Medford Slim Midi Marauder. I'm gonna miss on the ZTs. Sorry guys, I'm awful at the ZT model numbers. I hate it when companies do model numbers. I really do. Let's see. Is that I think that's also the ZT version of the Eclipse. What is that? The 0660? I know I probably got that wrong. Yep, probably got that all wrong. Anyways, really cool shot of the collection. Thanks for sharing, man. All right. Freddie G, he's got the Tri-Stash. Hold on, he helped me out here. The Blade Binge exclusive Tri-Stash, the CMF Brian F. Ross Mini Glacier prototype, the Blaurock Blades BRB4. Love that one. Daniel Coert and Lee Williams Pershing Kickstop. Yeah, that's really cool. If you ever decide that you want to get rid of that BRB4, hit me up. I'd love to have one. And then, of course, due to peer pressure, I carried one today as well. Okay, let's see here. Hold on. Dazed says just a bunch of Flipper Saturday. Okay, we got Spyderco Para 3 lightweight, or is that the salt? I think that might be the lightweight salt. 2 Para 3s. Not sure. Is that a Miguron Moyarl? I'm not entirely sure. At the top there. Spyderco Shaman. I know I always get these other small Spydercos wrong. Failed once again. Bluetooth blades. He's got the Quiet Carry Drift LCT, the Mangana Steel Kaimano, and then that's the award-winning one from Ketuo. Why is it skipping my mind? Is that the titanium version or the aluminum version? Buckhorn, that's what it is. I know you guys are screaming at me in the chat. Gas station knives in with the Max Ace. That's the Max Ace OTF. Kaleidoscope of knives. He's got a really sick carry. There we go with the Tri-Stash. He's also got the RR. Is that the Station? I believe that's the Station, right? Is that the super premium one? The RR Station. Let's see. This one. That's a Peña Mula, I think. Craig Vincent's got a good handful of knives. He's got a 4MAX Scout, a Voyager, lightweight Manix 2. What's that one in the back? Enhance. Nope. Not gonna get it. TC Blades just showing off that beautiful purple nurple mini growler. Look at that. If you guys want to see his review on it, head over to his channel. He's got his review up. The Ponds with his Tri-Stash. Very nice. Mark P with the Kaiser Momo. Also very nice. Kevin Smith. He's got the Tactile Rock Wall. He's got the TRM Atom with the contoured titanium handle scales. That looks like, is that a Vero Axon? I believe it is. New Breed EDC Clydesdale, Tri-Stash. That is the Factor Batch 3, the Winterblade Factor Batch 3, and a Riot Exo U. Southpaw with the Clydesdale, Tri-Stash, and then the Kaiser October. Nice. Everyone's rocking the Tri-Stash. Wicked Dream Designs got 2 Nefarious and a Null Knives Voodoo. Look at that. Now that's a carry right there. Shout out to everybody who got in on the Nefarious pre-order. It's looking good. Looking good. Let's see. Revolving Blades. He's got the Jack Wolf Knives Gunslinger. That is the Brass Brigade. What did he call that? What did he call? Was that like it wasn't the Crypt. What did he call that? It's got the coffin. I forget. Jason Grant, aka Brass Brigade. I believe that's one of his fixed blades too. Very cool. Regrets. I regret that I sold my Grant Gripper. I had one and I sold it. I kind of wish that I had held on to it. The Grant Gripper. If you know, you know. Ooh. Got some deadlocks on base. Look at that. The Grant and Gavin Hawk deadlocks. Not one, he's got 3. That is crazy. Ed Durbin's coming in hot with his Tri-Stash. Look at that photo. Looks fantastic. I'll say this, the lanyards are a bit long for me. The lanyard fobs are a bit long, but it's some people's jam. Look at those photos. Really well done. Nice work, Ed. Big Jim with the Tuya Anzo. Very nice. And Renee Ramon says, my Tri-Stash is at home waiting for me, but I've been carrying this for the past couple days. That's from Superlative, right? What's that called? I don't know. Anyways, guys, there we go. There's the pocket checks of the day, at least the ones that I can see. I think I missed a few. Hold on. I definitely missed a few. Jim Miller, he's coming in hot. He's got the CRKT Kit Carson M16, the Buck Small Stockman, United Cutlery Tanso. Very nice, Jim. Stephen Fletcher, he's got a good looking hunting knife. Look at that. You can tell that thing gets used. Grandpa's hunting knife, then my dad's, now mine. Looks good for being a third generation knife passed down though. I bet that knife has a ton of really cool stories. Those are always my favorite. All right, Night Rare, he's got a big old machete. Look at that. That's what you call the weed whacker. That'll get the job done. Absolutely. Very nice. Very, very nice. Jim says you skipped several. I noticed at the last moment. I think I caught up to him though. Hold on. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss any others. I'm terrible at this thing. Got it. I think I got them all, Jim. I think we're caught up now. All right. Yep, Carbon Buckhorn. Side brand of Ketuo. Why do they need another brand? I don't know. Carbon, Ketuo, and Reich? Like, what's with all the different umbrellas? Neptune, that's what it was, gas station knives. Thank you, man. Packrat says, do you mean he may order another run of microjets? Are we talking about Tempest knives? Maybe. You'd have to talk to Casey about that. Ed Durbin says, just say 0 and a bunch of random numbers. Chances are you'll be... It's the ZT042250. Of course. Of course. I really hate ZT's naming conventions. I really do. With a passion. Tell me that you have lost your creativity or you have no creativity when they're all just model numbers. Like, I don't speak binary. Just tell me it's the ZT Eclipse. The one that I really want is the ZT0777. What is that? It's ZT, or is it the 0770? See, I get it mixed up. Yeah, the 0777. This is the back when ZT was taking things seriously. They don't make knives like this anymore. Yeah, super cool. That's on my grail list. If I ever see one available, I'm gonna pull the trigger immediately. I'll sell a kidney if I have to. But that's the ZT that I want the most. But of course, they're discontinued. They don't make those anymore. Collectors have hoarded them. Might have to find it at somebody's random garage sale. I don't know. Tripper. It's the Grant Tripper. That was the one that I was missing. The Grant Tripper. This guy right here. Thank you. It's not the gripper, it's the tripper. I had a gripper and I sold it and I wish that I hadn't. Fred Luck says, you really want the ZT007? You want to be Bond? Yes. Ed says, you could remember your childhood phone number, but you can't remember random ZT knife numbers? You'd hate Tucson. Oh, man. I don't have anything against Tucson, but they're just as guilty as ZT in my book. They need a different naming convention. Paul Mills says, they had the ZT0888 and Maxmit that would be cool. They're very expensive, though. Yeah. ZT has some legendary knives that are heavily sought after by collectors. That they should probably bring back. They should bring back the 0777. Just saying. Fred says, my favorite is the ZT0055 with the GTC flipper. Ooh. With the Gustavo T. Cecchini flipper. Isn't that one like a spring-loaded flipper? People are probably wondering what we're talking about, so I'll just pull it up here. Hold on. ZT0055. They did back when ZT was taking the whole knife designing thing seriously. They had a mid-tech level shop. I think they shut it down. They worked with designers like Gustavo T. Cecchini, or GTC. I know you old hats know what I'm talking about. GTC. Famous, legendary knife maker. This flipper tab, I'm pretty sure it's the same one that I think it's spring loaded. So you don't fully flip it like you do a normal flipper. You pull back and it launches the blade out, but the flipper stays covert, so it doesn't pop out. And yeah, that's really cool. GTC, look at that. On sale, discontinued, and made in the USA. No way. You don't say. Jim says, Kubi uses names, but don't put them on the box. Yeah. Well, I mean, they have them on the website. Hold on. I've got some Kubi boxes over here. Hold on. Yep, so here's a good example of what Jim's talking about. This is the KU261D. Kubi is just as guilty.
Epic fail.
Put him on the box, Kubi. We don't speak binary. He says, yeah, it's a spring-loaded flipper tab. I've never had one. Yeah, the Wii Solid is probably his latest. But the difference is that this one, the 0055, is an American-made knife. And I'd be willing to bet it probably wasn't far off from the Wii Solid as far as price tag back then either. So, yeah, the flipper tab is spring-loaded, not the blade. Yeah, that's what I meant. I did a poor job of enunciating that. My bad. Knife Nut says the ZT0123. That's probably a real model. Let's see. ZT0123. ZT0123. Oh, man. It is a real model. $17. You can add it to cart. Look at that. Is that legitimate? The 0123. Never heard of that. It's a 9CR18 MOV fast opening bearing folding knife. Is that actually legitimate? I doubt it. Shenzhen UD Tech technology. There's no way. There's no way. The 0123. The moment I read Shenzhen, I was like, that is not a real ZT. Ron Crow says Carbon is a Ken Onion company. Interesting, because I thought that it was a Ketuo company. I think the Buckhorn is a Ken Onion design, but I could have sworn Carbon Knives was part of Ketuo or Reich. Let's see here. Carbon Knives, founded in 2022, features quality-made knives designed by knife makers dedicated to their craft. The first installments included these sturdy frame locks and liner locks designed by world-famous Ken Onion. So that doesn't mean that it's Ken Onion's company. It just means that he has a knife, aka the Buckhorn, designed by Ken Onion, built by Ketuo. I don't think this is his company. I could be wrong. built by Riot. The Ahoy series. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Is it Ken Onion's company? Everything is designed by Ken Onion. He's got the whole lineup. So he did the, I think I see what's going on here. Maybe it is his company. I could have swore that Carbon was a division of Ketuo. The first installments include these sturdy frame locks and liner locks designed by world famous Ken Onion. I'm not sure. It looks like he got their very first set of lineups though. So the Buckhorn, the Flatline, the Smoke Show. So they're doing these. This is really interesting to me. So the Ahoy series is built by Riot. The Beatnik series is built by Wii. The Buckhorn is Ketuo. The Flatline is Reich. The Smoke Show is also Ketuo. And then the Tidbit series is built by a Taiwanese company called Cutway. The Tidbit. I want to get my hands on a Buckhorn and a Smoke Show. Paul Mills says, damn, a $17 ZT. It's a fake. Don't do it. It's a fake. Fred Onion says, or Fred the Lug says, Carbon is a Ken Onion Ketuo collab made by Reich. Do you mean... I don't know, guys. I might have to look into this. But Carbon is the name of the knife company. I had initially thought that Carbon was like another one of the umbrella companies under Reich. But according to this, that's just not true. Now, with that being said, I don't necessarily know if you could say that Ken Onion owns the company, because so far all we have is that the very first lineup set is designed by him. And if it was his company, I think it would say more than designed by. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. Just ask my significant other. I'm wrong all the time. I'm just not sure if this is actually his company or if he just designed the first set of models for them. Fred the Lug says, put a small vid of the GTC flipper on the pocket check for you. Okay. All right. You can't threaten me with a good time. Let's go. Yep, spring-loaded flipper. But the blade itself is not spring-assisted, but the flipper is. Through the transitive properties of springs, does that not make it a spring-loaded blade? Not quite. It's a really cool design. GTC is one of my favorite designers. Oh man, look at that. The Blaurock BRB4. Oh, oof, I want one. I want one. That's a thirst trap, Fred. You are guilty of a thirst trap. Knives and Gear says the Smoke Show is way overpriced for what it is. How much do they cost? If I wanted to buy it. Oh, it's not even released yet. It says coming soon. Or maybe that's just a different variant. Yeah, that's just a different variant. All right. All right. All right. The Carbon Smoke Show. Let's see. What do they cost? $355. Looks like we've got titanium, we've got inlay work. Is that a hand satin finish? That does look really good. M390. 355. I would have to handle it. I would have to handle it to really see. I don't have a whole lot of experience with anything from carbon, so I couldn't tell you. Sean Bat says, yeah, you might run into Jim Miller at Blade Show. I need to make it to a Blade Show one of these days. Sever7 says, for anyone who can answer, which one should I get? The Adder, the GTC, or the OAO, which stands for one and only. Ooh. So I know which one. This is the... The OAO is a Tashi Baruka design. The Wii, one and only. $488, but look at that gorgeous knife. Tashi Baruka. My lord. The man knows how to design one hell of a knife. So clean. It's so clean. This is one of those that I wanted to buy so badly, but it's $488. Hand rub, 20 CV satin finish. Jungle wear fat carbon inlays. Yeah, this is what I vote for. Get the Wii one and only. Night Rare says, oh my, she really is a smoke show. I don't think I am her type though. Lefty. It's not lefty friendly, is it? On the smoke show. Adventure 50 says, I want to get to Blade Show, but it's a costly proposition. I have zero self-control and I go. I know exactly what you're talking about. Gas Station Knife says, I didn't like the shape of the one and only. I do. I look, that's one of those things that is very, very, very personal preference-y. Blade shape always is. But something that I really like is that the pocket clip on this one is reversible. Look at that. Look at that. An integral. It's such a beautiful knife. Anyways. All right, guys. I've got a lot of stuff to work on tonight, so we're going to go ahead and call it right there. We're back on the regular schedule, which is every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. So thank you and welcome back to everybody who's joined me for tonight's live stream. Lots of fun. We'll continue the fun again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain. So I hope to see you there. If not, I totally understand. So for some of you guys, I'll see you soon. For everybody else, we'll see you later.